seasoning them and cooking them works for any kind of pea. And I always use frozen peas if possible because they're just as good as fresh. And you don't have to do all the soaking that you have to do with dried peas. But dried peas are great too. These are frozen powder peas, and we're going to cook 2 1-pound packages, so that's going to be 2 pounds of peas. And after they're cooked, they freeze great. So if you have more than you want, you can put them in the freezer and thaw them out, and they're just like new. And the way you season, or start to season 2 pounds of crowder peas, is with 2 stalks of celery and an onion. And you want the celery and the onion really to cook away, so it's really not discernible. So when I do the celery, I put it round side up, and then just smash it with the cleaver, the back of your cleaver. It just flattens it like that. Nice. And then cut it longwise, like this. Keeps it all lined up. And then just chop it. Give it a few more chops because you want it fine. This is not a recipe like beef stew or something, or even clam chowder, where you really want pieces of celery separate. If you use more than 2 stalks, it tastes like celery. And that's not what you want. So if you were just cooking a pound, I'd use 1 stalk of celery. Okay. So why don't you go be rough with this piece? Okay. In the meantime, I'll cut this onion. When you're doing an onion, I learned this on TV from Jacques Papin. To get the core out, I used to just cut it off straight. Just stick the knife in straight, and then just give it a twist. And there the core comes out, and you don't waste anything. And then do the same thing on the other side. And then just take off the outer layers. And then we'll chop it up. Okay. Put the onions and celery in the pot that we're going to cook the peas in. That looks great. And then let's put in about at least 10 good big grinds of fresh pepper. Okay.
Normally 10, how's that looking?
That's looking good, you can't put too much. And then we want to put in just a pinch of sugar, which will help with the browning. And then, in this container, I have what I call my mother's universal southern seasoning. And what it is salt pork, which is just bacon that's been cured with salt instead of smoked. Because you don't want the smoke taste. It's too strong, too pronounced. But this is salt pork that's been cooked and browned until it's crunchy, with some just plain vegetable oil, like canola oil. And then I just grind it all up so that it's almost a powder in a mortar and pestle, or you could do it in a blender or food processor. And then for 2 pounds of peas, I'm going to use about 2, maybe a little bit more, spoonfuls of the salt pork mixture. And in addition to that, let's put in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now, we want to cover this and let it cook until it's tender. And then we'll uncover it and let the water reduce and let it start to brown some. And then we will add chicken stock, bring that to a boil, and then add the frozen peas. They'll probably cook for about 10 minutes, the frozen peas. And it'll probably take about 10 minutes to get this to its stage where it's ready for the peas to be added to it.
Okay.
Sound good? All right. Well, this is cooked covered, and now I'm cooking it uncovered so we can develop a little bit of brown color. See how it's starting to brown? Mm-hmm. That's what you want. There's a lot of flavor in that. Smells good, doesn't it?
It does.
All right, this is ready to have the crowder peas added to it, or to have the stock added to it, because you want the stock boiling and the crowder peas frozen. That will give you the best texture for the peas so that they don't get too soft in cooking. And if you like things spiced up a little bit, now is the time that you can add a pepper. So this is just a little Thai bird chili, and I'm just going to put it in, and it will add a little bit of heat. So let's add 1.5 cans of low sodium chicken stock. If you need more later, you can always add it. And then we just need to bring this to a boil.
Okay.
Stock and seasonings are boiling, and it's time to put in the frozen crowder peas. And you want to add them frozen, right out of the freezer, not thawed. And I'm putting in 2 pounds. Leave them on high and bring them back to a boil as quickly as possible, covered, and then reduce the heat to low, and after they start to boil, we'll cook them for maybe 10 minutes and try them. The directions on the bag say to cook them for 35 minutes, and if you follow those directions on the bag, they will be way, way, way too done. So check after 10 minutes after they start to boil. I'll set the timer and we'll see what kind of texture they have then. They're boiling, so I think we can set the timer. I'm going to go hit the timer button. And you see that they're cooking at a slow boil. It's not a simmer. We'll give those 10 minutes and then test them. Now then, those need to cook a little bit more. Taste that.
Yeah.
They're not done.
So good.
Add more chicken stock just to get it up level with the peas.
Yeah, it's evaporating.
Evaporating. The peas absorb it too. So I probably use 2 cans of chicken stock at this point. Let's cover it and let's cook them for 5 more minutes.
Okay.